How many times do we have to teach you this lesson?
Bernie Sanders, how many times do we have to tell you, huh? You would destroy our country, Bernie, because your economics are wildly illogical, you're intellectually dishonest, a communist, a coward, and a sellout. Let us start with your fairy tale plans of free tuition and healthcare for everyone. I mean, to my liberal friends, it sounds dandy, right? I mean, you even said that you would make all those evil rich capitalist dogs pay for it all, so...
Capitalist dog. No manners.
What could even go wrong, right? Right, fellow citizens? He's told us time and time again that middle-class America would not have to pay any more taxes under a Bernie administration. He's emphasized that. But not so fast, Bern. You've already slipped up on that.
So no tax hikes below the top 1%? No tax hikes below the top 1%?
I didn't say that.
The liberal-leaning Urban Institute scored Bernie's health plan and concluded that it will cost $2.5 trillion in the first year and $32 trillion over the next 10 years. Okay, so get this. All of the current federal tax taken only amounts to $1.5 trillion each year. That would mean everybody's tax rate would have to at least triple in order to account for the additional $2.5 trillion.
Now, Bernie, no doubt, is going to come back and say, no. None of you are going to pay. Just the rich.
Oh, okay, whatever. You know, let's follow this down the rabbit hole. Say we could do that. Let's propose a scenario. How about we took every person that made over $1 million per year and confiscated all of their income? That'll only be enough to fund Bernie's plan for 5 months. Okay. So how about this? How about the government comes in and legally seizes the assets of Apple, Google, Microsoft, Facebook, and ExxonMobil? That would only pay for 1 year of Bernie's plan. So when Bernie is on the campaign trail and tries to tell you that your taxes won't go up, he's either purposely lying or he's really just that clueless. And that might be even worse. Bernie Sanders is much more of a virtue signal than an actual leader for all people.
When you're white, you don't know what it's like to be living in a ghetto. You don't know what it's like to be poor.
Why would you pick on people of any color? He angered black people by saying ghetto, and he angered white people by saying they don't understand what it's like to be poor. Maybe that's his plan, though. He wants to wreck the economy so everyone will know what it's like to be poor. Huh? Yay! Right, Bernie? Yay! Equality. Everybody's equally poor. Silly Bernie. He must have every white person confused with himself, huh? But I guess it works both ways, doesn't it?
So Bernie, 44 out of 45 presidents in this country have been white men. Do you think we need another one?
Silly Bernie. Silly Bernie. That's what you get for pandering, though. I mean, Bernie is spineless. Remember that time he got punked out by Black Lives Matter?
Thank you, Seattle, for being one of the most progressive cities in the United States of America. Ask him.
If you do not listen to her, your event will be shut down right now.
Okay. All right. So we are trying to be reasonable. We are trying to be reasonable. We're going to let you on the mic.
All right, yeah, get him the hell out of here, will you, please? Get him out of here. Throw him out!
After 20 minutes of their foolishness, Bernie finally left with his head down and his tail tucked between his legs. I know I would have never let that happen. My boy Trump would have never let that happen either. Come on now. Now imagine Bernie Sanders on the world stage. He would embarrass us dearly. Oh, and what a man of class Sanders is, as he continues to foul-mouth the president.
Somebody who is a pathological liar, a fraud, a racist, a sexist, a homophobe.
Well, the president only says he likes Bernie.
Oh, Bernie Sanders is running, yeah, that's right. Personally, I think he missed his time, but I like Bernie. What happened to Bernie maybe was not so nice. I think he was taken advantage of. He ran great 4 years ago, and he was not treated with respect by Clinton. And that was too bad. I thought what happened to Bernie Sanders 4 years ago was quite sad as it pertains to our country.
Although he knows Bernie is wrong, Bernie honestly kind of hates America. He doesn't even believe we should be in a position of absolute power. I mean, if you think China, Russia, Iran, and India will be better global influences, then good luck. Bernie Sanders would totally deplete our military. He said so himself. I mean, hey, I'm all about ending the unnecessary wars, but you can't be dumb about it. Trump is already ending the wars, though. He's ending them in a smart way. Maybe I'll do a video on that for those who don't already know. I mean, Bernie can't even admit Maduro of Venezuela is a dictator. Like, dang Bernie, his people are starving, and he even uses military to block aid for his own people. How's that for your socialist paradise? All this coming from the guy who loves breadlines. Breadlines! You waiting in line for the government to ration you out food.
You know, it's funny, sometimes American journalists talk about how bad a country is because people are lining up for food. That's a good thing. In other countries, people don't line up for food. The rich get the food and the poor starve to death.
No thank you. I'm trying to have a mansion, okay? I don't think your 3-house, 5-car lifestyle would fit that very well, Mr. Sanders. I mean, since you won't even condemn the Venezuelan dictator, we know that's exactly what he likes. I mean, he's a hardline communist. I mean, for God's sake, Bernie even had his honeymoon in the USSR.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a tradition.
A regime that was responsible for the death of tens of millions of people and mass starvation. The madman literally looks like a crazed scientist. Come on now. Do we really want Professor Calamitous to have his fingers on the nuclear buttons? No, we don't. Do you remember when Bernie Sanders called out Hillary Clinton for being bought by Wall Street, but then he endorsed her after he lost? I mean, we all know Trump's not controlled by Wall Street. He couldn't endorse them, but he endorsed Hillary instead. Fraud. Bernie was wrong about Trump not being president in 2016, and he's wrong again if he thinks Trump won't be president again in 2020. Bam! That's a good thing, too, because Sanders would wreck our country. If you like this video, like and subscribe. As always, Patriot One out. He thinks government should be God.
Now, estimates different, but let's be clear about this. Every single year, tens of thousands of our fellow Americans die.
You got a lot of people running, but only one person's going to win. I hope you know who that person is. Goodbye, everybody.
Press, let's go. Press,
Thank you.